In 1933, Americans were told to hand over their gold or face prison. Just 1 year later, the U.S. government changed the value of gold itself. The dollar was never the same again. This is the story of the most radical monetary shift in American history, a moment that redefined money, power, and trust in the system. The year is 1933. The United States is in the depths of the Great Depression. The stock market crash of 1929 triggered a wave of bank failures, soaring unemployment, and a collapse in consumer confidence. People rushed to withdraw savings, often in gold, the most trusted store of value. At the time, the U.S. operated under the gold standard. Every dollar in circulation was backed by a fixed amount of gold, $20.67 per ounce. This system was meant to prevent inflation, but in a deflationary depression, it was a straitjacket. The government couldn't stimulate the economy without more gold reserves. President Franklin D. Roosevelt came into office in March 1933 with a bold promise: relief, recovery, and reform. To do that, he needed control over the nation's monetary system. His first target: privately held gold. On April 5, 1933, FDR signed Executive Order 6102. It required all U.S. citizens to turn in their gold coins, bullion, and gold certificates to the Federal Reserve. The exchange rate was $20.67 per ounce. The penalty for refusing? Up to 10 years in prison or a $10,000 fine. An astronomical sum at the time. The government framed it as a patriotic duty, but behind the scenes, it was a strategic move to seize monetary power. With the gold in federal hands, the next step was monumental. On January 30, 1934, Congress passed the Gold Reserve Act. It transferred all gold holdings from the Federal Reserve to the U.S. Treasury. The very next day, January 31, 1934, the government revalued gold from $20.67 to $35 per ounce. That's a 69% increase in the official price of gold, overnight. But the American people didn't benefit. They had already surrendered their gold at the lower price. The profit went directly to the federal government, increasing the Treasury's paper holdings and allowing for more currency issuance. In the short term, the devaluation helped end deflation and provided the government with more spending power. It was a critical part of Roosevelt's New Deal stimulus. But the move also shattered public trust. Citizens who had saved in gold saw their wealth forcibly exchanged for devalued paper. It was a clear message: in a crisis, monetary rules could be rewritten. Gold ownership was heavily restricted. Americans couldn't legally own investment gold again until 1974. For 40 years, the government maintained tight control. The 1933-34 gold program laid the foundation for modern fiat currency. It demonstrated that governments could unpeg from gold when necessary and reshape the monetary system. In 1971, Richard Nixon took the final step, closing the gold window entirely and ending convertibility. Since then, the dollar has been backed by nothing but confidence and policy. Today, with inflation rising and trust in central banks wavering, many look back at 1933 and ask, could it happen again? If the rules changed once, what's stopping them from changing again? The story of 1933 isn't just history. It's a reminder. The value of your money isn't fixed. It's policy. It's power. And when pressure mounts, it can be rewritten overnight. Subscribe for more deep dives into monetary history, financial markets, and how it all connects to what's coming next.